Quilty is brought to you by Baby Lock Sewing and Long Arm Machines. Baby Lock, for the love of sewing. Aurifil Italian thread, perfectly suited for all your quilting projects. Fairfield, together we can make beautiful things. Free Spirit, a new generation of creative and playful fabrics perfect for fashions, home decor, quilting, crafting, and more. Hovels Sewing, cut it close with Hovels. Moda, make something quilty with Moda fabrics. Thermoweb, manufacturer of heat and bond adhesives and new luxe interfacings, proudly made in the USA. Hi, this is Quilty, and you are in luck because today we're going to problem solve a little bit. This quilt is Ohio Star Baby. It's a very cute little baby quilt, and when I saw this quilt, it was just quarter square triangles. That was all it was. It was just fine. It's a fine quilt. But I was like, no, let's pull out a design within this, okay? Let's pull out a star because I could see it easily that there was this is my sketch. This is my original sketch that I was using. But I was like, if we turn this square into a little bit different of a color, if we can form this star, okay, with fabric without changing anything other than making this center just one patch. So really kind of makes it an easier quilt. So I made up a version of this quilt, and this will be running in Quilty magazine. And I loved all the fabrics, but guess what? My star didn't show up as much as I wanted it to. So on today's show, we're going to talk about a better choice, perhaps, and we're also going to take out a seam. Okay, we're going to take out a seam because when you're doing a strip set and you have a seam to take out, that's one thing. But when you're taking apart patchwork, you need to be a little bit more careful because you're doing surgery, essentially, okay? So first of all, I think that quarter square triangles in higher contrast are gonna be way better. Do you see how the star is gonna form so much better? You can see what I mean. The star is going to be very apparent, okay? So if I've done this, and I get it up on my design wall, I've already sewn together these rows. Okay, so I like this quilt enough, I'm not going to throw away my work. I'm going to take my seams out. Okay, so we fold this back. We always take our seams out from the back, okay? We don't go through here and rip the front because you might rip the front. So we go to the back and we start at one end and we take out that first one, okay? And then about once every third stitch, we're gonna snip our threads, okay? And you go along about once every third, and we say that making patchwork is 3 steps: cutting, sewing, and pressing. But really, I had a student say this in a class not too long ago, it's 4 things. It's cutting, sewing, pressing, and ripping. You have to do this. You have to do it, okay? So when you do every third, it just comes apart very, very easily. Now, you can, once you have it started like that, go from the front because the threads are so easy to see that, they're coming apart very easily, and you can finish it like that if you like. It's really sort of a matter of preference. But I'm going to take out this whole piece because I want to show you how you prepare it to be resewn, okay? Because you're not just tossing this away, you're gonna resew it. You have pressed your patchwork already, so you have this really big crease in it, okay? Which is good, it means you pressed it well. So, come over to your iron, and before you press anything out, grab a piece of tape. So, what I will do is get my iron hot, and I'm going to take a little piece of tape. I have some tape handy on the set. This is this awesome ruler tape that I use for various things, including just getting a little piece of it to wrap around my finger and take out those little threads, okay? Just touch it lightly with some tape and those little loose threads will come out, okay? So get all those out because otherwise you'll have to pick them apart later when you're quilting your quilt or when you are just checking it over. You'll have to take them out eventually. So I then touch it with the iron. You have to do this. You could try to skip this step and not repress your fabric and sort of try to match up your seam allowances. but it'll be better if you take the time to do this. And I also, because you're handling this patchwork again, I give it a little spray of starch, okay? Because it just keeps it crisp. You're handling it again, and you will want to keep this stiffer, because otherwise it could unravel. You're touching it a lot, okay? So take it back. And of course I would have taken this piece out. This was the piece that was offending me, but we didn't take the time to do it on the show. So when you rejoin a piece of patchwork, just like you did before, some people are pinners, some people aren't, but for perfect patchwork every time, take a little nip with your pins. I'd say 3 on this. It's not a very big piece, and you're ready to go. Okay, so that is a way to do a little surgery. And of course, this is the piece that I was taking out, so I'd have to rip this seam as well. But just try to keep things orderly. It's very frustrating when you sew something together and you're like, I don't like this. I wish this was different. I'm an idiot. You're not an idiot, okay, at all. And you just need to take your time when you're frustrated to make your patchwork be happy. You may not be happy, but make the patchwork happy. It didn't do anything wrong. So that's our lesson for today. The Ohio Star Baby Quilt is a very fast quilt to make. You can make it in a weekend, definitely, from cutting to sewing to binding, all of it. Okay, so watch Quilty the Show and check out the magazine too for more great patterns and tips from Quilty. Thanks. Quilty is brought to you by Baby Lock Sewing and Long Arm Machines. Baby Lock, for the love of sewing. Aurifil Italian thread, perfectly suited for all your quilting projects. Fairfield, together we can make beautiful things. Free Spirit, a new generation of creative and playful fabrics perfect for fashions, home decor, quilting, crafting, and more. Hovels Sewing, cut it close with Hovels. Moda, make something quilty with Moda fabrics. Thermoweb, manufacturer of heat and bond adhesives and new luxe interfacings, proudly made in the USA.